Hallo miteinander, I'm Geshady6 and this is Touhou Koukayaku The Game. Next up we will be playing Captain Murasa's stage. We're not gonna play these levels in chronological order according to Touhou 12. Instead we're gonna play them in the order that I think is best. Now this level is set on the Palanquin ship, a magical airship that Byakuren once created. Unfortunately right now it is crawling with all kinds of critters, but luckily we also have Nazren on our side now. She can duck walk, quack, serves no purpose but it looks funny. But apart from that, you can recruit every boss that you fight in this game and play as them. And all these characters have different abilities that others don't. Nazren, for example, has a natural spread shot that makes Byakuren's ability to direct her shots completely obsolete. Apart from that, she's also the most mobile character in the game. She moves quicker than anyone else. And lastly, she also does a little bit more damage with her shots than Byakuren. So she's going to be a real boon to our cause. Now, an enemy that is popping up in this level for the first time are these big UFOs. In my opinion, the big UFO is the only enemy that is a threat on its own, even when the level design is not really helping it. It takes a couple of shots to kill as opposed to anything else, and it can also run into you if you're not careful. But we took care of them. For the next section we have to deal with these swinging axes. I don't think I have to emphasize that they are not very cuddly. You should not think of hugging them, that is a very bad idea. It's not healthy at all. But you might be wondering one thing. Nazren seems in any way, shape or form superior to Byakuren. So is there even a point in playing as Byakuren anymore? And the answer to that is nope. The use of Nazren or other sub-characters is not limited at all, so Byakuren at this point is completely worthless now. She's my favorite character of Touhou 12 and is actually considered the mightiest in her whole group. All in all, there is no justice in this world. These moving platforms may look like they might be able to squish you in between, but they can't. There are things in this game, however, that can, but we're not gonna get to them so soon. You know, there's one thing I have to admit. The music in this level makes me feel a little uneasy. It has these childish voices going wee all the time. Are there Teletubbies on board? Urge to kill rising. Oh, another thing that Nazren can do. Sometimes her crystal necklace will start glowing. What is that about? Well, we're gonna keep that a mystery for now. It's gonna be relevant a lot later, so let's keep it in mind at least, but ignore it for now. Okay, final section. This one also features a lot of indestructible yin-yang orbs that probably some angry shrine maiden is throwing at us. Oh man, always these angry, violent people. Byakuren actually advocates peace between humans and demons. You could say she is close to being somewhat of a pacifist. Sounds very noble. However, pacifism in my opinion is very overrated. I mean, it's only really good for a cultural victory anyway. And you know, if you're going for those, you're just gonna have Montezuma pop up and he's gonna murder all your people. That's how it always is. But apart from yin-yang orbs, we also have saw blades. Don't spin jump on them, you will lose both your legs if you try that, because why would that even work? Don't be shy, Nazren, take another little step. Good girl. We have reached our boss. Murasa Minamitsu was once a human, but she slipped off a ship and drowned. Ever since then she's been somewhat of a sea wraith, trying to wreck other ships just for the fun of it all. Gee, sounds like a really swell person if you ask me. We definitely want her on our team now, don't we? You know, one thing about the game's cutscenes, sometimes the characters have these really weird expressions. Like, there's this one that Byakuren has where she squints her eyes and shouts. Yeah, that one. She reminds me of Eric Cartman whenever she does that, like when he's whining. Yes, I just compared the enigmatic Byakuren with little dirtbag Eric Cartman. What the heck is wrong with me? Now, I am honestly not very good at this boss fight. At first glance, this fight may not look hard at all, but her shots are very difficult to predict. The anchors, you have to look at them very closely to find out whether they're gonna go over you or right into you. Her bubbles also behave very strangely. Sometimes they barely bounce, and sometimes they go off like a rocket, to suddenly crash into you just as you're jumping. This is not a fight that I would recommend you do first. Some people even do it last. Luckily we already have Nazrin, who can deal a lot of damage here. And Murasa is not a very good dodger, especially in this small arena. So this goes over relatively quickly all in all. And with that we have another member of the team, and beaten another stage. Byakuren and Murasa are actually very close friends. I think it's because Byakuren once lifted a curse off of her. A curse that bound Murasa to the ocean. So she doesn't have that anymore, now she can help us. And with that, we conclude another episode. I'm Gish86, this was Touhou Koukayaku The Game, and next time we will tackle the visually most impressive stage in my opinion. But gotta watch out though, it might be as deadly as it is beautiful. Bis bald!